Have you ever wondered about the true legacy of Marie Antoinette, the last queen of France? Her story begins in Austria, where she was born into a life of privilege and power. At the tender age of 14, she was sent to France, a pawn in the grand game of alliances and diplomacy. She arrived in a foreign land with a language she barely understood to marry a man she had never met, Louis XVI, the future king of France. From the moment she set foot on French soil, her life was no longer her own. She was now a queen in waiting, a symbol of the alliance between two powerful nations. Her youth and beauty captivated the French court, and her extravagant tastes set the fashion trends of the day. Yet, beneath the glamour and the glitter, a storm was brewing. In a kingdom where politics was a game of appearances, a young queen became the emblem of an era's opulence and its eventual downfall. Marie Antoinette was not just a queen but also a trendsetter. She was the epitome of glamour, style, and luxury in the French court. A woman of impeccable taste, she became the fashion icon of the 18th century, setting trends that would reverberate through the halls of Versailles and beyond. Her extravagant lifestyle was a spectacle to behold. The young queen was known for her sumptuous gowns, adorned with the most exquisite fabrics, intricate lace, and precious gems. Her radiant presence at court was a sight to behold, with her towering hairstyles and elaborate clothing setting the benchmark for fashion and opulence. But Marie Antoinette's love for fashion wasn't confined to her wardrobe. She extended her influence to the architectural and interior design of the palace. Under her patronage, Versailles became a beacon of opulent design, filled with gilded furniture, lush fabrics, and grand chandeliers, showcasing the queen's penchant for the finest things in life. Her lavish parties were the stuff of legends. The queen's soirees were grand affairs, marked by decadent feasts, exquisite performances, and the finest wines. They were a testament to her love for pleasure and entertainment, a celebration of the queen's joie de vivre. Yet her extravagance was not without controversy. Her spending sprees were often met with criticism, seen as a display of indifference towards the economic struggles of the French populace. The queen's love for luxury, and her disregard for the hardships faced by her subjects, earned her the nickname Madame Deficit. But Marie Antoinette was more than just a queen of fashion and extravagance. She was a woman of great charm and charisma, known for her wit and vivacious spirit. Her charm won her many admirers, and her style set a new precedent for the French court, making her the emblem of an era marked by opulence. Her influence on fashion and design continues to inspire even today, with her style being emulated in high fashion and interior design. However, her reign was not all glitz and glamour. As we delve deeper into her life, we find a woman caught in the throes of political turmoil and public discontent. But beneath the glittering surface, discontent was brewing. Marie Antoinette's love for fashion and extravagance, while admired by many, was also a symbol of the growing disconnect between the monarchy and the people, setting the stage for a tumultuous chapter in French history. With opulence came scandal and controversy. As the beacon of royal extravagance, Marie Antoinette also bore the brunt of public scrutiny. She was a queen under a microscope, with every move inviting criticism, every decision sparking controversy. Marriage to Louis XVI brought with it an expectation that Marie Antoinette would secure the royal lineage by producing an heir. The pressure was immense, and the weight agonizing. 7 long years passed before the birth of their first child, years that were filled with whispers of discontent and a growing impatience among the court and the French populace. Adding fuel to the fire was the affair of the diamond necklace, a scandal which, though not of her making, tarnished the queen's reputation irreversibly. A con artist, posing as the queen, had duped a cardinal into purchasing an extravagant diamond necklace worth a fortune. When the deceit came to light, despite her innocence, Marie Antoinette was painted as the villain. The scandal was a public relations disaster, with the queen portrayed as a symbol of royal greed and corruption. While the queen was dealing with scandals within the palace walls, outside, the winds of change were stirring. The French people, burdened by taxes and starving in the streets, began to question the opulence of the monarchy amid their own suffering. The murmurings of revolution grew louder, echoing ominously in the grand halls of Versailles. Marie Antoinette, despite her lack of political experience, attempted to exert her influence during this time of upheaval. She tried to navigate the treacherous waters of court politics, to protect her family and her position. But these efforts often backfired, further damaging her standing with the people and the revolutionaries. As the storm of revolution gathered, the queen's world began to crumble. The world she once knew, filled with gilded carriages and grand balls, was being replaced by one of fear, uncertainty, and the looming shadow of a revolution. From the splendor of Versailles to the confines of a prison cell, the life of Marie Antoinette took a drastic turn as the French Revolution gained momentum. The grandeur and opulence, once a testament to her reign, now became symbols of disconnect and disdain among the French populace. The storming of the Bastille in July of 1789 marked a pivotal moment in French history. It was a clear signal of the public's discontent with the monarchy and the beginning of the end for the royal family. The Bastille, once a royal fortress, had come to symbolize the tyranny of the monarchy, and its fall was a declaration of the people's will for change. The royal family, sensing the danger, made a desperate attempt to escape Paris in June of 1791. Disguised as servants, they fled under the cover of night. But fate was not on their side. They were recognized in the town of Varennes, a mere few hours away from the safety of the Austrian border. Their capture was a devastating blow. It shattered any remaining illusions of their invulnerability. Marie Antoinette, the woman who had once been the Queen of France, found herself a prisoner in the Temple, a medieval fortress in Paris. Gone were the days of grand feasts and extravagant parties. The queen, who had once walked the halls of Versailles adorned in the finest silks and jewels, was now confined within the cold, austere walls of a prison cell, her every move watched and scrutinized. As the revolution raged on, the queen found herself in the dock, accused of high treason. The trial was a spectacle, with the prosecution painting her as a symbol of the decadence and corruption of the old regime. Despite her attempts to defend herself, the verdict was a foregone conclusion. The once beloved queen was now a prisoner, awaiting her fate. The fall of Marie Antoinette serves as a stark reminder of the volatility of power, the fleeting nature of popularity, and the harsh judgment of history. The final act of Marie Antoinette's life was as tragic as it was dramatic. In the cold morning of October 16, 1793, the last Queen of France was led to the guillotine. The once vibrant and charismatic queen, now a shell of her former self, met her end with a dignity that touched even her harshest critics. The executioner held up her severed head to the crowd, a chilling symbol of the revolution's victory over the monarchy. In the immediate aftermath, the revolutionaries celebrated. The queen they had vilified as the embodiment of excess and corruption was no more. Yet, with the passing of time, the fervor of the revolution cooled, and a more nuanced understanding of Marie Antoinette began to emerge. Over the years, historians have painted a more complex portrait of the queen. Yes, she was frivolous and extravagant, but she was also a woman of intellect and spirit, trapped in a role she was ill-prepared for. She was vilified for her Austrian roots and blamed for France's financial woes, yet she showed courage and resilience in the face of adversity. In popular culture, Marie Antoinette has often been depicted as a symbol of royal excess, her name synonymous with the decadence that led to the French Revolution. Yet, more recent portrayals have sought to peel back the layers of myth and explore the woman beneath the queen. From Sofia Coppola's stylized film to numerous biographies, there's been a shift towards a more empathetic, humanizing depiction of Marie Antoinette. Even today, the legacy of Marie Antoinette is a subject of debate. Some see her as a scapegoat bearing the brunt of the people's anger, while others view her as a cautionary tale of unchecked privilege and power. Marie Antoinette's life was a tragedy written on the canvas of a revolution. But beyond the tales of extravagance and the shadow of the guillotine, lies the story of a woman caught in the tumult of times she could not control. How do we remember her? As the queen of excess, or as a victim of history's relentless march?